It is a brand new day. It is a brand new week. Welcome. My name is Montivino Valentine. I am the co-founder of the Pride FX movement. Now, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit the like button as well as the notification bell so that you do receive future videos we do have on this channel. Just a little bit about Pride FX. We are an institution where we help you obtain premium services for free. That includes strategies, indicators, as well as your premium robots for free. Okay, so we're going to dive straight into today's video. We are still basically working on the FX G.O.A.T course, and today is part 2 of the course. Now, if you have not watched part 1, it is on YouTube, and you can also go there and then come back to this video, because it will make sense to you to watch part 1 and then come back to part 2. Okay, so part 1 is all about ranging markets. We're teaching you how to use support and resistance over there, and this one is about using that support and resistance and how to expect breakouts from the market. Now, before I continue, we do have a detailed description on our website, pride-.com. This is where you can go and read more about how to find these support and resistance breakouts. Okay, we're putting more flesh on the skeleton when you go and read that article, because it's also nice to have a copy that you can go back to and just read about. Okay, so I'm going to get straight into today's video, and so that we do not waste any more time. Don't forget to go to pride-fx.com. Once you click on the website, please share it on your WhatsApp or your Telegram. Get more people engaged and help them also obtain what you have obtained for free. Okay, so let's dive straight into today's video. And so I will be focusing on USD CAD. You can practice this on CFDs, and so for now it's just for me to show you what it would look like, and in the next videos, as we unfolding the information from FX G.O.A.T, it will be nice for you to know how did we get to where we are. So always follow the process. Make sure to also practice a lot, because if you are not practicing the strategy, you're going to lose it at some point. Okay, so what are we talking about today? Today we are speaking about support and resistance breakouts, and we are still focusing on the ranging markets. In the first part of this, we said that ranging markets are the accumulation phase where there is no downtrend and there's also no uptrend. So it's important for you to go and watch that, so that you also know how to take trades when these things happen. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just a small recap. We said that whenever the market shoots up, we look for those key reversal points, or if the market shoot down, we look for those key reversal points. Okay, and we can see that the market was going up, right? It was going in an uptrend over there, and then we had this reversal over here, so an indication that the market is exhausted. It's not going to move further higher, or it's not going to move further lower, depending on which side of the trend you find yourself. But if the market does move up and it starts reversing, here's another one of those, right? And so in this, we will discuss how to analyze uptrends like that, but that will be in a different part of the strategy. Okay, so we can see there is a reversal there, there is a reversal there, there's another reversal there. So we would indicate these as importance, right? Because we want to know why is the market exhausted at those levels, right? But we're not going to be focusing on that. We're going to be focusing on the ranging markets, and I can see one clearly. So what we're going to do is, let me delete this and let's start from scratch. So we said in part 1 of the video that we would look for key reversals, right? There's a key reversal, that's a key reversal. This is the one that I am highlighting to you. Okay, and so what we would do from there is just put a line, right? Once you have your line, it's just for you to go and back test to see if that line is of importance, right? And there we can see it is of importance, right? And if you go to more research or you go back test, you can see there it was important as well, right? So the more you go back, the more you'll see that this line has a story to tell, or this reversal has a story to tell to what is going on in the market. Okay, why it's so important for you to check what happened there is just to see how it respected this level. Was this level used before? Was this level important once? And once you know that, it becomes more confirmation for your eye, right? And so what we're going to do from there is just bring this up, right? We're going to draw this in just like that. We're going to draw this in, and this is going to be our key reversal level. So we know this is an act of resistance, right? In the last lesson we spoke about resistance. So once you know what your resistance is, we need to find a support for this area. Okay, and so the first place we see as a key reversal level is this one over here, right? So all we're going to do is highlight that zone, right? And we said in the last one is that if you do find that price actually broke through your first support, we would actually update the new support structure, right? And that's how you're going to make your money in this game. If you keep highlighting, you're also going to know what is actually going on in the forex market. Okay, so now we're going to update this because our first support level was broken. So all you're going to do is highlight it just like that, just like that. Okay, so we are saying that at level 2 of our support we would be taking buy trades, but for today we're going to be focusing on how to find these breakouts. Okay, so very important for me to let you know that we are not focusing on ranging markets today. Okay, so here we can see that there is some sort of a breakout that happened over here, and there's a breakout that happened over there. So this is just to help you not make the mistake of continuing to take those buy trades, right? And how you're going to know this, how you're actually going to know this is looking for some point of some story that the market is trying to tell big traders, it's trying to tell retail traders, it's trying to tell the market makers of what is going on in the market. Okay, and so here we can see that this is our highest point. So I'm going to highlight that, and I'll explain to you why this is so important, right? So here we have our first highest point, right? Take note of this high. Take note of this high, right? Let me just delete that. Sorry for that. So this is our highest point, right? And so just to also give it a description so that you know what is going on, this is just to let us know that this is actually our highest point, so that you can see exactly where I'm going with this, right? So this is our highest point, right? And so what the market will do over time is create lower or higher highs or lower lows, right? Lower lows, higher highs. Okay, and so here we can see we have the highest point, and our next one is telling us that price is actually lower than that point. If you look closely, we can see that price is playing around there. So what are we looking for? We are looking for more accumulation on when price would actually break this market structure, right? And so here we have another one. This is actually a higher low, right? A higher low means that the highest point was not taken out. So this will be the next highest point for us, right? We're updating what we are seeing in the market every day. So what we see here is a high, a higher low, right? Just like that. It's a higher low. So we're going to put that in, and we're going to just put that over here, right there. Why are we putting that there? Because we are indicating that that is a new higher low, right? And so here what I'm going to do is remove that. Now over here, this would have been our next higher low. Now why I'm telling you that that's going to be our next higher low is because it failed to go back to that level, as you can see, right? But then when we update it over there, we can see that there is actually a brand new one, right? There is a brand new one over here. So all we're going to do is clone that, or let me just drag it over. So over here we can update that this is a new higher low. But then what happened? It got cancelled out by this one over here, right? So all we're going to do is just move it over, because this actually is the new higher low. And so why is that our new higher low? Like I said before, it failed to break the higher low over there, right? And so the next one we can see is over here. So if you're looking closely, the market is trying to tell you something is about to happen, right? Why I say so is because even if we draw our trend line in just like this, we can see that the market is starting to create a trend, right? Can you guys see that the trend is starting to occur, right? Even though this market is in a range, we are starting to see a trend coming to life, right? It's a sell trend coming up, right? And so these are what market makers are looking for. These are what big banks are looking for. They are looking for these moves, because the minute they take their entries, they buy entries over there and they buy entries over there, they're starting to look for the next trend. They want to get out of this accumulation phase, but it's not going to happen as soon as we are expecting it to happen, right? Because for us, what we are looking at basically is for the market to come over here and break through, right? So they are playing around in these areas, waiting for the indication from market makers, from the banks, from everybody else that are big traders, to create these points so that the market can indicate to them that we are actually going to break this level. So this is actually called a build-up or a accumulation phase that you are looking for. Now the next one we can see over here is this higher low over here, right? Let me just change that quickly. This higher low over here. So let me just update them so that we don't waste time. So let me just delete this, and we're going to take this over there, and the next one would be over here, and the next one would be over here. Let me just get that one. So here we're going to put this one over here, and the next one would be this one over here, right? So what are your mistakes going to be? Your mistakes would have been that when you saw this happen, you would have taken a buy trade, right? And when you take that buy trade, what will happen is that you would tend to think that the market would continue going to that resistance area, and from that resistance area you can take sell trades, right? Remember, we are not in a comfortable market where the market continues playing in the phases that we are thinking. So the more you update your strategy, it becomes much better for you as well. Okay, so here you can see that there's a higher low, there's a higher low, there's a higher low, there's one over there, and there's one over there. What happened to our first support? It was broken immediately after that. So we can see the accumulation was much easier for them to break through our level, right? And then here we have the second support that was actually found by this reversal over here, right? And then what happened? Price broke through it. Why? Because of the accumulation or the build-up phase that they had going through, right? If you look closely, that is a build-up. This is a build-up. This is a build-up. That's another one, another one, another one, and another one. And what happened at all these levels? They got broken, right? They broke both support levels, and so it's telling you that they are going to move in a downtrend. Now, what I want you to also take note of, right? What I want you to take note of is that you can still use that support as a brand new resistance, right? So what you can do actually is just drag it over like that. And if you're looking carefully, there was a new place where the market went to go and rest. Like I said to you, when you see a new trend unfolding, look for these exhaustion levels so that you can know where would the next range begin, or where would the next setup begin, right? And so what they do cleverly all the time is that they would go out of a range into a new range, and you can see there's a buy, the market went to that, you could have sold over there. And why? Because this acts as our new resistance level, right? It would act as a new resistance level. So let me just put that in: resistance level. It would act as our new resistance level. So from a support where it acted as support over there, it became a resistance level, right? So we know for a fact now that this is confirmation that this is a sell trade, right? And so what they do after that is so clever. They set up the next range before you even expect it to occur. And so what they do is they would break through your first support and go and create a new support. This one they would use in the future for something else. Okay, you can see that over there they used it again, and if you drag it across, you would see that it would be used over and over again. So you can see why I always tell you, don't erase your analysis, because you're going to use it again and again and again. That's what Forex is about. If you're not keeping up with the history, or you're just analyzing or updating for today, you're not going to know what happened in the past, right? And so let me just delete this and draw this over. Here we can see again they used it as a support, right? But we are focusing on this, right? So I'm just giving you more highlights on what to do afterwards. So here we have our accumulation phase, and there we had the breakout into a new setup, right? And here we can see there is a buy over there, there is a sell over there, there is a buy, and what happened again was higher lows, right? Here is the highest point of this level, or you could have said this is the highest point, and then here you had your highest point, higher low, here's another higher low, here's another higher low. And so what happened? Your support structure was broken, right? And the same for this one. Here we had our highest point of that zone. Here we had a higher low. And what happened? Market broke your structure, okay? But for me, confirmation would have been that it must be at least 3 higher lows to show me that the buildup is strong for me to continuously hold my sell trade. So you can see over here, if you had a sell over there, you would have only exited the market once you have gotten to this point. Okay, just a small a recap of that. So here you have this happen. What happens next also there is a retest. So at that retest, you could have taken a sell trade, and then here you had a buy trade, a sell trade, another buy trade, another buy trade, a sell trade, a sell trade, and then the market broke through that points. Okay, so when that happens also, just maybe use your trend line like that. Use your trend line so that you know why the market failed to go back to that resistance level or to that support level. Okay, it's just more adding more flesh onto your skeleton all the time. Okay, and so this is for a sell breakout. Okay, so what we only needed actually was that top part. The rest of it was just to explain to you how to use this. Okay, so let me just delete this so that you know what to be focusing on. I just wanted to go more into detail because FX G.O.A.T is going to, the course is much longer than expected, so we will be finishing it not now but soon. So obviously I don't want to confuse you, but I just wanted to show you something that you could have taken note about when you are trading. So over there, just a confirmation again, you're looking for those higher lows to be created as a build up for the breakout, right? There's a breakout. You could have taken that sell on that retest. Yeah, you could have taken that sell on that retest. And obviously when there is a new key reversal level such as this one where price broke out over there or over here, you could have highlighted the zone to continuously watch what was going on. Okay, and so that is actually for a sell breakout. Okay, we're just focusing on breakouts today. And then the next one is a little bit far. I wanted to give you a clear one. Now remember that it's not always going to be as nice as I am putting it. Some of you would be struggling to find this because of the conditions. But the more you practice, like I said, the more you practice, you're going to get better at it, and much more better every single time you're using that to your advantage. Okay, so here we go again. And with this one, let me just zoom in. Just zoom in, and we will be focusing on this range over here, right? So here we had that sell momentum coming over here. Yeah, we could have used that one. Then we could have updated our second support, but I'm going to use this one just so that we don't have to go over the recap. If you want to go over the recap, please go to the first part and then come back to the second part. Always going to help you that way. So here we have our reversal level over there. We can see that price went down, right? And so that one, we can just highlight it. We would use it in the future or even closer to time. Okay, so here we're just going to delete that, and here we're going to use this one. So over here, let's just get enough information to know that that is a support level. And I normally would say to someone, if you really want to know that support is strong, go back and check how many touches does it have at that support level. So for you, just not to waste time, you can go and back test, look at what happened at these levels. Okay, what happened in the past. And so here we had our reversal level over there, and then price went to this point over here, right? So we can see that it reversed back to our support area. So all we're going to do is highlight that, and we're going to drag it across. Just for now, we're saying that there is no other information. This was just a key reversal level. Okay, and so what would happen is when this happens, we can see that the market is ranging between this, right? And so the next thing we need to do is not make a mistake. That's the thing you don't want to make. If the market is not giving you signals of these higher lows or these lower highs, then you know exactly that you are still in that range, right? Over here we can see that there's not enough information to let us know that there is a big buildup for price to break, right? Here we have more information. We can see there's a high low, and we can also see that at these points, if I have to highlight the zone just like that, we can see also what the market is telling us, right? The market is giving us information that we need, right? It's always going to give you enough information. It's not just going to be false information that you are gathering and they are not giving you, right? Here we can see that price went into that zone, right? The zone that started over there. And what happened at the zone is that price was selling in the zone, but you can see that the candlesticks was rejecting that support, right? It's a strong level for them just to continue selling. And so you can see what actually happens. Price goes back up to this point, right? It goes back up to that point. So where is our lowest point? Our lowest point would be over here, right? So a description can be given for this as our lowest point, right? So let me just do this quickly. So that would be our lowest point. So all you're going to do is update that is your lowest point. So I'm going to just use the text let me bring the text over here, or let me just click on it, bring it over here and say lowest point, right? And not to waste a lot of your time, I'm just going to copy and paste as much as I can. Okay, so here we have another one. This is a lower high. And why we say lower high? Because it failed to take out our lowest point, so it's going to be a lower high, right? Just like that. And so just not to waste time, I'm going to quickly copy and paste this to show you what I mean. Alright, just like that. So what I'm going to do is delete these ones as well. We don't need the text. We just wanted to see where is our new lower highs, right? And what I said in the previous one is that also you need to know why these are actually your lower highs, because the market failed to take out this, the market failed to take out this. Yeah, okay, there it took it out, so this you can just delete. It's not important. Why? Because it was taken out. And then here we have a new one which is failing to take that one out. And all these build-ups, they lead to something. They're trying to tell you something that is going to happen, right? And you can see from that, if you have to draw your trend line in like that, you can see that the market is starting to create a uptrend. So now you know that the market is actually going for a buy setup. Okay, and then here we can see it broke out. Now what I said to you is take note of these breakouts as well. These breakouts are so important. They're always trying to tell you something that's going to happen before the market takes off into that direction, right? So what you can do is basically have your highlighted zone, right? Because the market is not going to go back down because of these buildups, right? You can see those buildups and then the breakout. And once these breakouts happen, the market's not just going to take off and fly into that direction. Here we have a reversal once again, right? This is a reversal once again. So if you look across there, we have a reversal over here, right? So let me just highlight that to show you something. So here you have your buy, right? You have your buy from there. You were waiting to exit. Unfortunately, you started realizing that the market is failing to break or go down to your lowest point. And you can see that happening because of your trend line, and also that you indicated that these are lower highs being created, and then the price breaks through, right? So your first buy is over here. Your second buy would be over here, just like this. Your second buy would be over here, and your last one would have been where that key reversal has been. But what we need is a breakout first of all, and here we had that breakout, and obviously after that you could have taken a buy trade over there, right? And then what happens? Market shoots out again and we have a reversal. Now, like I said to you, they played very well. They played the market very well. They're not going to give you information that they are not going to use. And here we can see that price reversed there, and it reversed over there to continue on its rally up to the upside, right? And so when it went up there, there's a lot of information they are giving you, so you can continue looking for these key reversal points where they're continuously going up, resting, going up and resting, because they're going to use it again and again and again. But that we will get into in the next few videos, okay? Because there is a lot of information to explain, but you can see what is actually happening at all these key reversal levels, okay? But that I will explain at the end as a bonus for you. Okay, so this is breakouts. Breakouts are basically just the buildup of higher lows or lower highs for a buy. You can see this is the confirmation you would need for a buy setup. Okay, you can see them exactly how they are working. So When price fails to break your first one, it fails to break the second one, it fails to break the third one, it fails to break the fourth one, and immediately the closer it's getting to that resistance, you can see that price just breaks out. It's easier for them to do that than for them to start from this part and move up, unless there is fundamentals, but that we will get into tomorrow. It is about fundamentals, it is about trading on the 1 hour, it is about trading on the 4 hour. It's going to be a nice episode. Have a wonderful day, enjoy the rest of your day, and keep safe and continue practicing your craft.